Welcome back, everyone. A word of apology and maybe a word of explanation. So what we're doing is rather ambitious. We're going from site to site. So we started in Middletown, and then we're now on our third stop in Front Royal, and we've had intermittent internet access. And so accordingly, some of the videos have been uploading rather slowly, but hang tight, and we're going to deliver a good deal of content in kind of a sudden burst. And with that disclaimer, I'm going to go off camera here and turn it back to Christian. So Christian, take it away.
All right, guys, so we are at the conclusion of the Battle of Front Royal. We are at the McKay home, which is where Colonel Kinley, commander of the Union forces at the Battle of Front Royal, finally surrendered and gave up his fight, gave up the town of Front Royal and his garrison. He knew that he no longer stood a chance against Jackson's overwhelming numbers, about almost his 4,000 man army. And he also knew that his telegraph wires had been cut and that he was alone, that he was surrounded, he was alone, he had no reinforcements left, and that he had no other choice but to surrender. And that took place here at the McKay House. He was wounded, as well as most everyone else in his staff. And so after the battle concluded, this is where Jackson's army took a very much needed rest here in the yard before me, where Jackson and Ewell's armies rested before they split up and made their way to Winchester. Behind me is present-day 522, which leads to Winchester, and that will be the road that General Ewell takes to Winchester. General Jackson will head back towards Front Royal, will split up his army, and he will head down Reliance Road to Middletown, and will take the Valley Pike to Winchester to cut off Banks's retreat to Winchester. Winchester is the most important opportunity for the Confederates to take, because that is where Banks' army is going to be located, his stores, which is going to be incredibly opportunistic for the Confederate Army, because they need supplies, they're tired, they're hungry, and so aside from pushing Banks' army out of the valley, they need the supplies. And so furthermore, General George H. Stuart is also going to follow General Ewell down 522. He's going to cut up the Fairfax Pike through present-day Stevens City, which was then called Newtown, and he's going to add a third party, which is again going to try to cut off General Banks' retreat into Winchester. Unfortunately, they're going to be too late, as we'll see that there was a running fight in Middletown, where Turner Ashby's cavalry did charge the Second Massachusetts Infantry, wow, and some artillery, and then they did confiscate some opportunistic supplies, but in the end, Banks did make it to Winchester. He did create a supply depot there, and they fortified what is now known as Bowers Hill, where Hanley High School is located today, and that's where he's going to engage the main portion of his army. That is where the main portion of the First Battle of Winchester is going to take place, and that is going to be our next stop.